Welcome to the Happy Black Girl Podcast, a space where we talk about life and all its ups and downs and merry-go-rounds. I'm your host, Zoe Joy, the happiness dealer. Let's get into the vibes. Hello there, I am Zoe. I am the host of the Happy Black Girl Podcast, the founder of Happy Black Girl, and the creator of the Happy Black Girl Hotline. And this is going to be a relaxed one. This is going to be a personal story behind the scenes of Happy Black Girl sort of episode. So if you're into that and you're curious about the space, this is a space for you. As always, grab your beverage of choice, matcha tea. Did you know that matcha can mess with your iron level? That's another story. I had to learn it the hard way. So in this episode, we're not going to be doing a letter. We are going to be having a cute little conversation, and I'm going to be telling you the behind the scenes of the Happy Black Girl Hotline, how it got started, a little bit of my story that's tied into the hotline, how it's been going, and all of that. So, at the time of recording, the Happy Black Girl Hotline has been live for 2 months. It started August 1st. Now, you might be thinking, girl, what? It's as a founder, it has been a wild, crazy, beautiful, amazing, magical 2 months. And let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. So go back in time with me, because a lot of y'all know Happy Black Girl, most likely from the hotline because it went viral. We'll get to that in a second. But go back in time with me. First things first, when it comes to Happy Black Girl as a concept, who is it? What is it? What's going on? Happy Black Girl is inspired by my own journey to my own happiness story and what happiness means to me, what I wanted my life to look like, everything that I've worked for. It's also inspired by my name. My name is Zoe Joy Black. Zoe means life, joy, and then black, black. My whole journey in life has been finding happiness not only within myself as a woman, but within myself as a Black woman. And I think I realized very early on that my identity as a Black woman was very tied to the way that I would go about my journey of finding happiness, because it's not going to look like what, some business tycoon white man's going to tell you on YouTube. And, I was that kid that was like watching business and like self-improvement type content at a very young age, because I wanted to be happy. I wanted to figure out what was quote unquote wrong with me, and I wanted to grow. I was always very like growth minded, to the point where I went into what I would like to call like a self-improvement psychosis, because you almost like overdo it and like not really being able to accept yourself. In that journey, I did really realize that, oh, there's an aspect of my identity as a Black woman and my experience of the world that is very much tied to this. And I think also just within my own, journey and experiences, research, and just like, perspectives of just experiencing and looking at life, I realized very young that Black women were perceived in a very particular way in media, in the workforce. I watched my mother move through life, and it was very apparent that happiness for Black women as a concept really wasn't a concept. You look at media, you're not really seeing happy Black women. You're seeing pain, you're seeing suffering, you're seeing abuse, you're seeing a lot of things that are not leading up to happiness, right? And I think for me, I knew early on that, well, what I'm seeing is not what I want to experience. I want softness, I want peace, I want joy. I want all of these things, and I'm not really seeing any like real representation of it. Um, and definitely not at the level that you see for other groups of women. And I'm like, not only do I want to create media that shifts the narrative of what it means to be a Black woman, but also what it looks like to be a happy Black woman. And it's not going to look like what it's going to look like for everyone else. It's just not. Our sadness doesn't look like everyone else. Our depression doesn't look like everyone else. Our autism and ADHD, like it just looks and is different. So naturally, our happiness is going to be different as well. And on top of all of that, you have all these tropes, right? Angry Black woman, strong Black woman, sapphire. You have all of these tropes, right? That precede us in this world. And they were meant to, right? We might talk with passion and it's mistaken for anger or aggression or just all these other things. And just this inability to be honest with our words. And when you are honest with your words, boom, you're the angry Black woman. So you have to stuff things and hide and it's a lot. Okay, we can talk about that conversation forever, can we not? And so all of those things combined inspired me to create Happy Black Girl. Happy Black Girl was a concept I came up with many years ago, and I put it into work a couple years back, and it has grown exponentially. I originally started with the Happy Black Girl Journal. So OGs will know that it's still around, it's still out there. I got it somewhere, but that was the original, like, first thing. And that was a journal that had prompts and affirmations for Black women. When I was dreaming up Happy Black Girl, I envisioned a lot of things. I envisioned a documentary, I envisioned content, I envisioned community and collaboration. And we are so, like, on this beautiful trajectory toward all of those things, especially with all the people that, want to work with us and collaborate with us, and how many people we constantly have saying that they, love what we're doing and want to be a part of it. Thank you, by the way. But within my little, like, brain dump of coming up with Happy Black Girl, I had this idea for a hotline. And the idea specifically was around event space for Black women. Have a space where Black women could vent to another Black woman and just feel heard and understood and just seen in their experience, in a space that you're not going to be told to be strong. Sometimes even within our own, like, family groups, we play matriarch or we play the strong one or the supportive one, so we don't really feel heard in those spaces all the time. Just wanted this middle ground between therapy and community and friendship, where you could just talk to someone unbiased that is kind of a friend to you, but also is kind of removed from your situation, so that they can have, like, a different perspective or just bring clarity or peace or just like a safe space. That was the original concept. When I tell you, from just about the moment that I put it out there, it was beautifully received. It started out just me. It started out me, myself, and I. It's so funny because, when things started ramping up, I was like crying to my mom. I'm like, I'm just one bitch. Um, we still laugh about that to this day. But yeah, like, I quickly realized that this is something that I can't carry by myself, and I need the girlies to come, and this is a collaborative space. It's just been a beautiful growth journey experience. So many magical women calling into the line. It's been incredible. And from there, we launched the group chat, which is a space that we can all come together. It's basically the hotline, but communal. And we talk about various topics. You can go to the link in the show notes, hop on in. We have a lot of fun over there. Then we also have the text line, and we've also just launched our wellness series. I'm going to be working with different women that have offerings to give, and I'm very excited about that. The very first one I am teaching is a hula hoop class. It is all about reclaiming joy. Definitely check that out. The class is going to be launching October, my lord, there's so many dates in my head, 19th. I'm sorry, I got a lot going on in October. It's my birthday month, and that's going to be the next episode. But anyway, so yeah, the hotline has been magical, and we're only growing and shifting and changing and yeah, it's been a wonderful journey. It's just been magical to create a confidential, private space for Black women to just be. People ask me, like, oh, can you talk about what happens on the calls? And I can conceptually tell you what happens on the calls, but every call is different and every call is private and confidential. So you ain't gonna know nobody business, okay? That's their business. It's kind of whatever you need it to be in the moment. Not to be mistaken for therapy. I gotta say that it's not therapy, okay? It is a support space, a venting space, a space that, We can provide resources if you ask. Like, it's just a great resource for self-care, and I'm just really happy that it exists and that y'all are loving the space. So, in this part of the podcast, I just wanted to take the opportunity to answer some questions that we see often when it comes to the Happy Black Girl Hotline. Calls are confidential and private. That's just between you and your listener, okay? Period. Number two, is it a replacement for therapy? No. Work with therapists. We love therapists over here. We are a therapist positive space, but we operate as a middle space between therapy and community. You can call, you can vent, you can receive support, you can receive resources, and just feel seen, heard, and known. That is what we do in this space. The biggest, most controversial question I get is, where the number? Okay. People get so mad at me. People want to know where the number is. Okay. And I've definitely answered it hundreds of times, but we're going to answer it again. The hotline number is not public, and we do that for so many reasons. So if you want to access the hotline, you go to the link in our bio, and we have a whole entire hotline page. You can read up, you can learn, go to the privacy policy. All the information is there. From there, you can book a call, tell us a little bit about what you want to talk about, and then boom, you can get an on-demand call within the next 10-20 minutes. Or if we're booked out, you can book when you are available. Think of the Happy Black Girl Hotline less as a hotline and more as a vent and support space. And why I say that is, when you call into the Happy Black Girl Hotline, because we do all of the intake before the call, we basically create these spaces specifically for you, with you in mind. It is your time, it is your space. And we like doing it that way because it feels a lot more special and precious, because you're precious and we're precious of your time and your energy, and we want to create these spaces, these safe spaces specifically for you. This is why we encourage you to let us know what you want to talk about in the call, so we can kind of prepare that space and kind of be in that energy. But honestly, the hotline and the calls, they are anything that you need them to be. You're just like that middle ground of unbiased advice and kindness, friendship, space, and a listening ear that a lot of Black women don't always have access to. So that is like how we operate. But I hope that brought some clarity. If you have more questions, feel free to reach out to us. But I'm so incredibly grateful for all the love and support. And if you need support, feel free to reach out to the Happy Black Girl Hotline or text line, join a group chat, join us for our little hula hoop class. Like, we're having fun over here. And honestly, I'm so grateful for y'all. Stay Black, stay happy, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, loves. Thank you for tuning in to the Happy Black Girl podcast. If you could use a safe space to vent and let it all go, check out the Happy Black Girl Hotline. If you're looking for a more communal space, check out our group chat, and we have amazing conversations there. And if you're on a personal healing journey, the Happy Black Girl Journal is your best friend as you grow and let go. You can find all of these offerings at our new website, happyblkgirl.com, and I'll see you in the next one.